How's it going, guys? Today we're gonna compare the cameras on the Galaxy A53 versus the Realme 9 Pro Plus. I'm gonna do all the talking shots on the A53 because external microphones don't work on the Realme. Alright, let's do a quick microphone test. Testing 1 2 1 2. This is what it sounds like on the Realme 9 Pro Plus. Testing 1 2 1 2. This is what it sounds like on the Galaxy A53. Now these cameras do have a lot of cameras on the back, a triple setup camera on the Realme, a quad setup on the A53. For the front-facing camera, the Realme max resolution is 1080, whereas on the A53 is 4K. The A53 does have a big disadvantage that I don't really like. In 4K, when you're shooting with the back camera, there's no stabilization, which is crazy. So right now I'm heading into the city. I'm having lunch with Annabong, so we're gonna take some Instagram pictures of that, and then of course just take some samples around the city. Alright, here are my thoughts using these two phones. Let's start off with the performance. I'm gonna put Realme as the winner here because when I'm going through apps and taking pictures and all that stuff, it just feels way more snappier. Now for the camera UI, they both offer a lot of modes. I would say that the Realme design does make it look more simpler to use, or it just looks more simplistic, so that may be more friendly for newer camera users. Now for the camera lenses, even though they both have ultra wide, the A53 just make it seem like it's more useful. It's wider. It just seems like it just works better and looks better. On the Realme, for me, since the main lens is the real like flagship level like type of sensor, the ultra wide is really lackluster. It doesn't look that great for the most part. So for me, I feel like the Realme is mostly a single lens camera phone. When I'm recording video on the Realme using the ultra wide angle, it doesn't seem like anything changed on the screen. So when I'm switching back and forth between the wide and ultra wide, nothing changed. So I don't know if there's any changes from your end, but from using it as general for camera experience, there's no difference. Something that you will see using the ultra wide is the screen does look like it's downgraded. It feels like I'm looking at a 720p display. So I really don't like the ultra wide experience on the Realme at all. Now, using these phones in general, I do like the size of the Realme. It's just a bit more narrow and it feels more comfortable to use in my hands. The Realme does have less battery life, but it does charge faster than the A53. Now, these two mid-range phones do have their own pros and cons. I feel like the A53 is a good choice if you want some variety in your shots, and they both look good, the ultra-wide and the regular lens. The biggest disappointment for me is there's no stabilization in 4K. Now for the Realme, I do like how the main camera sensor is really good, and when you zoom in to grab your telephoto digital zoom shots, it does tend to look better as well. Now for the biggest con for me, the Realme doesn't work with any external microphones, so if you want to vlog, you're pretty much out of luck there. Now there is a big difference using these two phones that stands out to me, and that's the vibration feedback. On the A53, it sounds and feels cheap. It sounds like how you would imagine it. It's just on a big rotating thing and it's just spinning really quickly. On the Realme, it does feel more flagship-like. When you get a feedback, it does give you that little nudge there, which is pretty good, and it doesn't sound cheap at all. So if you really like the vibration feedbacks of your phone and you love using it while you're typing on your keyboard, the Realme is gonna win. So let me know what you guys think about these two mid-range phones and which one do you guys prefer? I know they both have their own pros and cons, and it depends on which one you like because everyone likes different or needs different things in these phones. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.